Did you know scientists recently studied over 3,200 common breakfast foods to see which ones actually build muscle in seniors? Only 8 made the cut. And here's the truly shocking part. Eggs, the food we've been told for decades is the ultimate muscle builder, didn't even make the list. Why? Well, emerging research from top nutrition journals reveals something troubling. After age 60, your muscles can become what scientists call anabolically resistant. This means even when you're eating protein, your muscles might literally be starving. It's like the protein isn't getting where it needs to go. Now, the multi-billion-dollar protein powder industry definitely doesn't want you to know this, especially since the 8 foods I'm about to share cost less than $2 per serving. Think about it. Strong seniors who know these secrets don't need to buy expensive supplements. That's just bad for their bottom line. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain and revealing these 8 breakfast foods, all proven to help rebuild muscle after 60. Stick with me because number 5 on this list contains a specific amino acid that was shown in clinical trials to increase muscle protein synthesis by a whopping 47%. And number 8, it shocked researchers so much they had to repeat the trial 3 times. They just couldn't believe that a single tablespoon could pack more protein than a whole chicken breast. But before we dive into that powerful list, let me first show you exactly why your current breakfast could be accelerating your muscle loss, and what you should eat instead, starting as soon as tomorrow morning. And make sure you stay until the very end, because I'm also going to give you a complete 7-day breakfast meal plan that costs less than $3 per day. Here's the uncomfortable truth that often gets glossed over, even at the doctor's office. Starting around age 30, your body naturally begins to lose muscle mass. It's a slow process at first, but here's where it gets really concerning. Research published in respected medical journals shows that after age 60, this decline speeds up dramatically. We're talking about a potential 3% muscle loss per year. By the time you reach 80, up to half of all people are affected by what scientists call sarcopenia, which is the clinical term for severe, age-related muscle loss. But let me put that into perspective for you. The research shows that for people between the ages of 60 and 70, somewhere between 5 and 13% experience clinically significant muscle loss. But by age 80 and beyond, that number skyrockets, jumping to anywhere from 11 to 50%. This isn't just about looking a bit weaker or feeling less fit. This muscle loss is directly linked to an increased risk of falls, which are the #1 cause of accidental death in seniors. It's connected to broken bones, a loss of independence, and even cognitive decline. It impacts your entire quality of life. But here's the most important part, and this is the really good news. The research also shows that your muscles at any age retain the incredible ability to grow stronger. It's never too late. Scientists at major universities have proven that even people in their 90s can successfully build muscle with the right nutrition and the right strategy. This isn't about fighting a losing battle. It's about giving your body the right tools to win. It's about taking control of your health and strength for the years to come. So, are you ready to learn what those tools are? Let's get into the first of these 8 powerful breakfast foods. First up on our list is Greek yogurt. Now hold on, don't just grab any yogurt off the shelf. We're specifically talking about plain full-fat Greek yogurt, because it's a nutritional powerhouse. A single serving packs around 20 grams of high-quality protein. But it's not just about the protein amount, it's about the type. Greek yogurt is rich in both whey and casein protein. Whey is fast-absorbing, giving your muscles a quick hit of amino acids right after you eat, which is perfect for kickstarting muscle repair in the morning. Casein, on the other hand, is slow digesting. It releases amino acids gradually over several hours, providing a steady supply to your muscles and preventing muscle breakdown throughout the morning. This 1-2 punch is incredibly effective. Plus, it's packed with probiotics for gut health, which is crucial for nutrient absorption. A healthy gut means you're getting the most out of renal food. Okay, that was just the first food. We have 7 more to go, including a seed that gram for gram beats salmon for muscle-building omega-3 south, and that one food that contains more protein than a chicken breast. Are you over 60 and worried about losing muscle? What if I told you there's a specific switch inside your body that controls whether you build muscle or lose it? Most people are accidentally turning it off every single morning at breakfast. The secret isn't just eating more protein. It's a specific protein strategy. The key is something called leucine. Leucine is one of 9 essential amino acids, but it's special. It's the master switch that tells your muscles to start building. Without enough leucine at each meal, your body essentially ignores the protein you just ate. Research from the University of Texas found that older adults need at least 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal just to activate muscle protein synthesis. Miss that threshold? Your muscles go hungry? That's exactly why these 8 breakfast foods are so powerful. They're not just high in protein. They deliver the specific amino acids your aging muscles desperately need. Let's dive in and pay close attention to number 5. Because what researchers discovered about it changed everything we thought we knew about plant proteins. Number 1, and this one should be in your refrigerator right now, is Greek yogurt. But wait, not just any yogurt. I'm talking specifically about Greek yogurt, and here's why the distinction matters. 1 cup of Greek yogurt delivers approximately 17 to 20 grams of protein. But more importantly, it contains roughly 2.5 grams of leucine. Remember that number I mentioned? You need 2.5 grams minimum to flip the muscle building switch. Greek yogurt hits that threshold in a single serving. Here's where it gets interesting. Greek yogurt contains 2 types of protein working together. First, you have whey protein, fast absorbing, gets to your muscles quickly. The majority is casein protein, and this is the secret weapon for seniors. Research published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that consuming casein before bed significantly enhanced overnight muscle protein synthesis. Think of casein as a slow-release muscle fuel that feeds your body for up to 7 hours. One researcher described it as having a personal IV drip of muscle-building nutrients while you sleep, and there's more. Greek yogurt delivers calcium for your bones, probiotics for your gut, and B vitamins for energy. All in $1.50 serving. But here's what most people get wrong about Greek yogurt that sabotages their results. I'll reveal that mistake after food number 4, so keep watching. Number 2, cottage cheese. And if you've been skipping this one because of the texture, you're about to change your mind. Here's something remarkable. A study from Florida State University found that eating cottage cheese before bed produced the same muscle-building benefits as expensive casein protein powder. Same benefits, a fraction of the cost. 1 cup of cottage cheese packs approximately 28 grams of protein and about 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine, exceeding that critical threshold I mentioned. But here is what makes cottage cheese uniquely valuable for seniors. 80% of the protein in cottage cheese is casein. When you eat it, your body releases amino acids slowly over several hours. Researchers have measured amino acid release lasting 6 to 7 hours from a single serving. Why does this matter after 60? While you sleep, your body is in a fasted state and muscle protein breakdown accelerates. Cottage cheese essentially creates a protective shield, feeding your muscles throughout the night. A Cleveland Clinic nutritionist explained that casein protein provides your cells with amino acids consistently over a longer period, helping muscles recover instead of breaking down. Now, if texture is your concern, try blending cottage cheese into smoothies. Add cinnamon and berries, or go savory with herbs, and use it as a dip. Now, foods 3 and 4 are going to surprise you, especially if you've been avoiding fish at breakfast. But wait until you hear what food number 5 did in clinical trials. Researchers literally couldn't believe the results. Number 3, and I know what you're thinking, sardines for breakfast. Stay with me here, because what I'm about to share could change your entire approach to morning protein. 1 small can of sardines delivers approximately 23 grams of high-quality protein. That's more than 3 eggs. But protein is just the beginning of the story. Sardines are one of the richest sources of omega-3 fatty acids on the planet, delivering around 1.2 grams per serving. And here's why this matters for muscle building. A meta-analysis published in the journal Nutrients examined multiple clinical trials on omega-3 South and muscle in elderly adults. They found that omega-3 supplementation of more than 2 grams daily contributed to measurable muscle mass gains. See, one of the hidden causes of muscle loss after 60 is chronic low-grade inflammation. Omega-3 South are nature's inflammation fighters. They reduce the production of inflammatory molecules while increasing anti-inflammatory compounds. Less inflammation equals better muscle recovery equals more muscle growth. And here's the kicker. A can of sardines costs roughly $1.50 to $3. Compare that to fish oil supplements and a protein powder. You'd spend $40 or more for similar benefits. One more thing about sardines that nobody mentions, they're also one of the lowest mercury fish available. The FDA classifies them as a best choice seafood for this exact reason. Try mashing sardines on whole grain toast with a squeeze of lemon or mix them into scrambled eggs. The flavor is milder than you'd think, especially if you buy them packed in olive oil. Number 4. Oatmeal. Now, before you say, but oatmeal is just carbs, let me show you what the research actually says. Oatmeal contains a special type of fiber called beta-glucan. A fascinating study published in a sports nutrition journal found something unexpected. Athletes who consumed beta-glucan before a workout had lower levels of muscle damage and inflammation afterward. This suggests beta-glucan helps your body recover faster, which is crucial for building muscle, especially as we age. But you can't just eat a bowl of plain oatmeal and expect muscle growth. That brings us back to that common mistake with Greek yogurt I mentioned earlier. Both oatmeal and Greek yogurt are often ruined by the same thing: added sugar. Flavored yogurts and instant oatmeal packets are loaded with sugar, which can spike your blood sugar and promote inflammation, working against your muscle-building goals. The solution? Buy plain Greek yogurt and plain rolled oats. Then you supercharge them by adding one of the other protein sources from this list. A scoop of cottage cheese in your oatmeal or stirring in some protein powder can easily get you over that 2.5 gram leucine threshold. And now, for number 5, the plant-based protein that shocked scientists, soy. For years, we were told plant proteins were inferior for muscle building. Then a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition compared soy protein to whey protein in older men. The result? Soy protein stimulated muscle protein synthesis to the same degree as whey protein. Why? Because soy is a complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids, and it's packed with leucine. 1 cup of edamame has 17 grams of protein and about 1.5 grams of leucine. A block of firm tofu can deliver over 40 grams of protein and enough leucine. Have you ever heard of a fiber that actually helps you build muscle? It sounds a little crazy, right? But stick with me. A fascinating study showed that athletes who supplemented with beta-glucan for just 4 weeks saw significant increases in grip strength, arm strength, and upper limb muscle mass. So, what is this magic ingredient? It's a special fiber found in one of the most common breakfast foods, oatmeal. Here's how it works. 8. Beta-glucan activates something called the creatine signaling pathway in your body, which is a key player in muscle growth. It also helps reduce exercise-induced inflammation, allowing your muscles to recover faster and more effectively between your workouts. Less soreness, more gains. But you can't just eat a bowl of plain oatmeal and expect miracles. There's a strategic way to use it that dramatically amplifies its muscle-building effects. The secret is combining your oatmeal with a high-leucine protein source. Leucine is the most important amino acid for triggering muscle protein synthesis. Think of it as the on switch for muscle growth. You pair the slow-releasing carbohydrates from oatmeal with a protein powerhouse like Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, create a powerful synergistic effect. The carbs from the oatmeal help shuttle those crucial amino acids from the protein directly into your muscles much more efficiently. It's like giving your muscle-building blocks a first-class ticket to where they need to go. Let's break it down. 1 cup of cooked oatmeal on its own gives you about 5 to 6 grams of protein. That's a decent start, but it's not enough to really maximize growth. Now, add a serving of plain Greek yogurt on top. Suddenly, your breakfast is packing over 25 grams of high-quality protein with optimal leucine levels to kickstart muscle repair and growth. Plus, let's be real, oatmeal is ridiculously cheap. A big container costs just a few dollars and can last you for weeks. It's one of the most budget-friendly superfoods you can buy. Now, remember I mentioned a common Greek yogurt mistake that could be sabotaging your results? Here it is. Choosing the flavored varieties. I know they look tempting, but many of those flavored yogurts are loaded with 15 to 20 grams of added sugar per serving. That massive sugar spike can actually interfere with and impair muscle protein synthesis, which is the exact opposite of what we want. So the pro move is to stick with plain Greek yogurt. It's higher in protein and has no added sugar. If you need some sweetness, add your own fresh berries, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or maybe a tiny drizzle of honey. This way you control the sugar and get all the muscle-building benefits without the drawbacks. It's a simple switch that makes a huge difference. Okay, we're about to hit the turning point of this video. The next food we're going to talk about completely changed what researchers thought they knew about plant proteins, especially for aging muscles. This is the one you'll definitely want to screenshot and remember. The fifth food, and the one I've been building up to, is hemp seeds. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking when you hear the word hemp, but let me be absolutely clear. These are not a drug. Hemp seeds contain virtually zero THC. They are a 100% legal and incredibly nutritious food product. And what they deliver for building and maintaining muscle is truly remarkable. Hemp seeds are one of the very few plant-based foods that are considered a complete protein. This means they provide all 9 essential amino acids that your body cannot produce on its own and needs to get from food to build muscle tissue. Just 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds will give you roughly 10 grams of easily digestible protein. But here's what makes them especially powerful, particularly for seniors, or anyone whose digestion might not be as efficient as it used to be. Studies have shown that hemp protein is 91 to 98% digestible. That's an incredibly high number. It means your body can actually absorb and use almost all of the amino acids from the hemp seeds, rather than just passing them through. You get more muscle-building bang for your buck. But wait, the story gets even better. Hemp seeds also contain the perfect ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids, which is about 3 to 1. Scientists consider this the optimal ratio for reducing inflammation throughout the body. Less inflammation means better recovery, less joint pain, and an overall better environment for muscle growth. So with hemp seeds, you're not just getting a complete protein, you're also getting a powerful anti-inflammatory food. You can sprinkle them on your oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or add them to salads. They're incredibly versatile. Remember what I said about inflammation and muscle loss? Well, hemp seeds attack that problem head-on. They also contain all 3 branched-chain amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, and valine. These guys work together to kickstart muscle protein synthesis and speed up your recovery. And here's the beautiful thing about hemp seeds. They're incredibly versatile and almost tasteless. You can sprinkle them on your oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or add them to your yogurt. Seriously, you won't even notice they're there, but your muscles definitely will. A bag of hemp seeds costs around $8 to $12 and can easily last you a month or more. That's just pennies per serving for a complete protein source with amazing anti-inflammatory benefits. Now, if you combine hemp seeds with Greek yogurt and some oatmeal, you've just created what I call the perfect senior muscle breakfast. You get complete amino acids, slow-releasing protein, inflammation-fighting fats, and fiber to stabilize your blood sugar, all for under $3. Okay, let's move on to food number 6, and this one might be a bit controversial. It's a fermented food that some people tend to avoid, but the science behind it for both muscle and brain health is undeniable. And wait until you hear about food number 8. Its protein density literally shocked researchers. Number 6 is tempeh. If you've never tried this fermented soy product, you're missing out on one of the most powerful muscle-building foods available, especially for seniors. First, let me clear up a common confusion. Tempeh is not tofu. While they both come from soybeans, tempeh is made from whole fermented beans that are pressed into a firm cake. And that fermentation process is what makes it so uniquely beneficial. So, what does fermentation do? First, it dramatically improves how well your body can digest the protein. The good bacteria break down compounds called anti-nutrients that would otherwise get in the way of protein absorption. Second, it creates probiotics and prebiotics that support your gut microbiome. There's a ton of new research showing a direct link between gut health and muscle synthesis. Scientists even call it the gut-muscle axis. A study in the journal Nutrient specifically looked at tempeh and found it has significant potential for reducing muscle damage and improving strength after exercise. Just 1 3-ounce serving of tempeh gives you about 16 to 18 grams of complete protein. It's also packed with manganese, copper, and phosphorus minerals that are essential for bone health and muscle function. And here's something really fascinating. Research on elderly populations found that eating tempeh regularly was associated with improved cognitive function. Think about that. You're feeding your muscles and your brain at the same time. Now, I know some of you might be concerned about soy, but here's the thing. Most of the concerns are linked to highly processed soy isolates, not whole, fermented soy like tempeh. Fermentation transforms the soy, making its nutrients more available and easier on your system. It's a game changer. You can find tempeh in most grocery stores, usually near the tofu. It has a firm, chewy texture and a nutty, savory flavor. It's fantastic when you crumble it and use it like ground meat. Or you can slice it, marinate it, and pan fry it until it's golden brown. It's a delicious way to get a huge protein boost. So if you've been hesitant to try it, I really encourage you to give tempeh a shot. The benefits for your muscles, your gut, and your brain are just too good to ignore. Next up, we're talking about a food that ASA is often overlooked but is a powerhouse of nutrients essential for preventing age-related muscle decline. You probably have it in your pantry right now. And then, we'll reveal food number 8, the one with that shockingly high protein density. You won't want to miss it. Stay tuned.